Welcome back, everybody, to part 5 of the combat tutorial. So far we have our collisions. Now, if you've tested this out and you've seen that the bullets don't work, it's mostly because that the game hasn't depicted that these are two different tanks. Like, this is red and this is blue. Like, the game hasn't depicted that these are two different tanks and they're trying to kill each other. So in this part we'll try to complete that, and if not, there will be a second part to this because this is a multi-part series, a multi-part tutorial, excuse me. So we're gonna add some instance variables. So we're gonna do started number, add another one called music control, set its value to 2, add a global a constant text called game name, initial value. You can do your name or not your name, doesn't matter to me, and the name of your game. The second part's mandatory. Instance name, also a text. The only instance. And then one last one. Room name and fight me, because why not? Also constant. These three are to control the login, and these two are for whether or not you've logged in. This one's for if you've logged in or not, and music control. We're gonna add an Easter egg into our game, but I'm pretty sure if your friend's seen this and you're making this game, they'd probably know. Like, I bet some of you will just watch the video and not make the thing, and others will watch the video and make it at the same time. And if your friends have seen this, then the Easter egg probably won't work. But this is to control the Easter egg, the music control. So save it. And above on start of layout, add a new event. Compare variable. Started is equal to 1. And then make this a sub event. And then press X to have an else event. And then have this system go to login. That way, when we go to our login, this is our first event in the login. Compare variable, or not that, on start of layout, not end. System, set value of started to 1. Because we're checking to see if we've actually logged in, and therefore if we have not logged in, then we go back to log in, and then we can go join the game again. Alright, so now we will begin with multiplayer. Again, this is going to be the hardest part in trying to achieve. If you have any problems, please leave a comment. I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can, and I'll try to help you as best I can through YouTube. But other than that, I think you should be fine as long as you follow along. So in your startup layout, go to multiplayer, sync object, tank, data, position, and angle, and don't mess around with the other two. Then tank, oh, no, multiplayer, my bad. Sync instance variable, tank, score, leave the other stuff alone. Sync instance variable again, except with the tank. And this one is the inputs. Then bullet, or not bullet, sync object, bullet, position and angle. And then after we've done all that, we connect. There's no special signaling server that you need to connect to. So, also another disclaimer. If you use Microsoft Edge most of the time as your primary browser, this game will not work across your network. It's just something weird with Windows, and I don't understand what it is. I've tried to diagnose it, but most of the time I couldn't figure out what it was. And for the most part, just leave your primary browser as your default, or Chrome or Firefox, because those two I've found that work. Those two work. They just work. And Microsoft Edge doesn't. Nice job, Windows. You failed us for the last time. Alright. So when we log in, or when we connect, we log in. My username. The game doesn't know what we are, so I guess we should do that. So over on your login sheet, add a global variable called my username. It is a text, and its initial value is nothing. Don't check the constant. It's not a constant variable, because that's what we're gonna change for logging in as whatever you want to call yourself. So we log in, my username. So, and then when we log in, come on, there we go. On logged in, we join the room, game name, instance name, room name, max peers 2. You see why we did all this? It's just a ton easier. So insert new event below. When we join the room, we determine whether or not we are the host. So is host, and then edit, except invert this one. We're going to set group active, host, gotta add them. So before we add our is host or is not host, we gotta add our groups called host, quick changes. Not active on start. And then also another one called peer. Also not active on start. Because that's bad. So if we're the host, I'm going to set the group host active. And if we're the peer, we're going to set, you guessed it, the peer group active. So this will conclude the first part, or the fifth part, excuse me. In the next part, we'll finish the joining room, and we might be able to get started with the chat. So remember, if you have any problems, please leave a comment, and a screenshot would definitely help of what you have, and then I can help you as best I can. Also, and then I think that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys all next time. Peace out.
Nah, can I kick it? Thank you. Yeah, I'm so damn grateful. I grew up really wanna go fronts, but that's what you get when Wu-Tang raised you. Y'all can't stop me. Go hard like I got an 808 in my heartbeat, and I'm eating at the beat like it gave a little speed to a great white shark on shark.